Alrighty, Alexis and Ishizu. Now, there were some comments left about this one, and did something go wrong with it yesterday? The short answer is yes. It wasn't very obvious so until someone pointed it out. What actually happened is during the export process for the video, I don't know if maybe the hard drive that was reading the raw video file maybe got bumped in and out and that disconnected, or the issue that it was saying was codec issue. So the first 12 or so minutes was fine, but then for the other 20, no, not that long, 12, for the other 14, 15 minutes or so, what actually happened was a codec error, and it won't even play back on the laptop, which means that something's interrupted the export process. So when a video bounces, it goes through a rendering process and then it exports. While it's exporting, it's reading off the video editor, sort of like the information that it needs to put the final product together. But if the video that was originally used, like what's the best way to describe it? Like, say this duel by itself, unedited, that's been brought into Premiere Pro. When Premiere Pro is exporting the new finished version with my commentary and the images and stuff over the top of it, it's still reading it off of my hard drive. So if that gets knocked in and out, that will upset the exporting process, and I think that's what might have happened. It's not always obvious, because when I export something, I usually go wander off and do something else. And I have been having issues, I think, with one of the cables for the hard drive, and I think that's what probably happened. And it's a shame, because it was a really good match. I'll reveal the winner for yesterday's Alexis and Ishizu at the end. However, the end of every week we do a cleanup. We clean all the previous duels off the hard drive to make room for space, and off the computer, because we're racking up a lot of gigabyte of space, and that cleanup just happened to take place yesterday. So the original raw file for the Alexis and Ishizu duel was gone, as we thought. Final product looks good. We can edit the final video again if we need to. However, the final video had a codec error and was missing about 2/3 of it, and by then it was gone. So we have had to scramble today and rematch Alexis and Ishizu. So I'm going to say that yesterday was a practice duel, I guess. It's just one of those nuances that can happen with video editing. I mean, it's happened to everyone. Codec errors and something going wrong like that. It's just an unavoidable part of this whole process. But we're back into it again, and Alexis is taking early advantage on the field with Cyber Angel Dakini. And there were comments from yesterday, and Yu-Gi-Oh content on weekends. I've done content before on weekends, but very rarely. But we're thinking it's going to be good to do it on weekends as well, because people are usually more free as well. And if anyone has been on Twitch lately, the only thing you've probably seen me play is Final Fantasy. And I don't know where I was even up to in comments. I believe I was up to there. Okay, there goes Zolga. Ishizu's taken another hit. She's throwing fairies away. Alexis doesn't want to attack Kelbert, because then Dakini's going to go back to hand. Ishizu might be trying to stack up a bit here for her Mudora. Now, I'm not sure exactly how far the 12-minute match got to. I mean, I was tempted to throw the laptop onto the highway, but it may not have been the laptop that was at fault. It may have been me knocking the hard drive out. I mean, I don't think I knocked the hard drive out, but whatever the cause, it happens. But I remember the first match was quite long. Did Guardian Angel Joan get brought back with Monster Reborn? at the end of the first match. I'm not sure if it went that far or not, but alright, Machine Angel Ritual has just been played, so Alexis is going to go for another fusion. Okay, now that card, Cyber Angel Natasha, that was used in yesterday's duel between these two, and that is one of the most broken cards I've ever seen. This Cyber Angel Natasha. Don't worry about its attack and defense. Any ritual monster now cannot be attacked. Well, it can, but Natasha can just negate the attack. It can do it as many times per turn as it wants. And especially when you put it with an equipped card and make it 2500. Well, this is starting to go very poorly for Ishizu. But that Cyber Angel Natasha, that is one broken card. At the start of each turn, it can do this. It can select a monster, halve its attack, and add it onto life points with basically no downside. It can negate attacks with no downside, and it can use it as many times per turn as it wants. And when it's in the graveyard, you can sacrifice another Cyber Angel monster from your graveyard and remove it from play, I think. And then you can just take control of an enemy monster. Ishizu actually tributed it, but Alexis tributed it, but Ishizu and the effect of A12 Cyber. Oh, that was a very, very aggressive win from Alexis. She didn't have any like that yesterday. Not that quick. In fact, all 3 duels yesterday, it's such a shame that we lost that video. Because all 3 matches yesterday were really good. They were really, really good matches, and it is a real shame that we lost them. But it's not the first time we've lost matches. Probably won't be the last. A few comments. Midnight DB, 1039. This is for Alexis and Strings, and thus the meme: Yu-Gi-Oh players don't read. Well, that is very true. When I play Yu-Gi-Oh, I want to read as little as possible. And I call Pot of Greed to draw 3 additional cards from my deck. And Midnight DB says, if you don't want your QCR Harvey's Feather Duster, I'll take it. I haven't even taken it out of the plastic. It's sitting just above me. Yeah, oh, there it is. I'll rustle the plastic it's in. Yeah. There you go. Can you hear that in the microphone? It's rustling the plastic. Harpy's Feather Duster. I've got the, not the traditional looking one. I have got the, hang on, just let me pull up images of them both, because they both looked a little bit different, didn't they? Harpy's Feather Duster, QCR. Images. Well, there were 2 of them, weren't there? There were 2 of them. Does it say it's on the cover of the game? Oh, it is the original picture one. I've got the one that isn't the original picture looking one. I've got the one where sort of like the feather tails are sort of like on the left-hand side of the card. So I've got that one. It's a bit of a marketing ploy. Make people buy the game twice if they want both editions of the card. Sukowski says, LOL, I think the 3 posts is because I kept losing data and Wi-Fi from the weather yesterday. We've been having strong wind gusts. Power has gone out several times as well for a few seconds or minutes at a time. Today it's 38 degrees, not too bad, but winds are gusting over 60 mph. So 95 kilometers an hour up to 90 miles per hour, so 145. Damn, that's strong wind. I had to restart the videos yesterday several times, but it could be worse. It's, over in the eastern states in Australia, there's been a lot of storms. In Western Australia, we get nothing in terms of, like, weather. It gets warm, but, like, we do get storms and stuff, but we get nothing compared to the rest of the world. Alright. And Alexis again is looking good early on. She's got... well, Ishizu just used a Shining Angel effect. Cyber Prima's on the field as well. That's a very good effect. Can destroy all magic and all spell cards that are face up when it's summoned. Crimson Maelstrom says, if it wasn't for plot armor, Pegasus would have won in the anime. Oh, 100%. Especially when he's got that Millennium Eye, reading all the minds. Kodoskopos says, you consider anything less than 30 degrees Celsius freezing. Are you a roast chicken or something? I think I might have said 13 degrees Celsius. Or did I... wait, did I say... I wouldn't have... No, freezing for me is like 15 degrees Celsius. That's like a cold winter's day in Western Australia. I don't mind 30 degrees, but between like 25 and 30 degrees Celsius, that's like peak weather for me. Anything above that, it starts getting a bit hot, but I am actually keen for autumn. It's cooled down nicely today. It's temperature's way better today than what it was on Wednesday, that's for sure, when it was like 39. Alright, so now we've got Midora on the field, and there's infinite cards. And Cyber Prima's back in hand. I didn't see how that left the field, but since it's back in hand, I will assume it attacked Wall of Illusion. Ishizu activated that card of demise. She had to throw Guardian Angel Joan, which was a... because that was in the graveyard in yesterday's game, Alexis summoned that back with Monster Reborn in the game that we lost. That was in the first match. And then she used Guardian Angel Joan to get the win in her first match from yesterday. But we've seen Ishizu absolutely hammer Alexis in that second match. This is, by win and loss, this is what happened yesterday. Alexis won the first, Ishizu won the second. So we're getting... It's just that it wasn't in that fashion. The second duel went for quite a long time, and so did the third. But it is tiebreaker again, but Ishizu is well capable of beating Alexis. And with Alexis, it just depends what hand she draws. Okay. Victor Kaiser 2703 says, that's a new name as well, so thank you for commenting. Just a quick question, will Sartorius be in the GX season? Love the videos, keep them up, keep them coming. Yeah, Sartorius will be included as well. In the season, it's just how we're going to do the season is the golden question here, because GX has so many characters. But yeah, Sartorius will definitely be in it as well. Emperor Pikachu 2013, let's go Alexis. Definitely had a great time talking to you on Twitch last night. Don't normally go on Twitch, or neither do I. I've only just recently started using it a bit more. It's just because of the platform's popularity. You'd be insane as a gaming content creator not to use Twitch in some degree, and for some reason YouTube, to go live on YouTube is proving to be difficult with the Elgato card. So Twitch it is. Okay, turn change, and alright, Cyber Angel Natasha's on the field, and it's not like Ishizu can just attack it, because Natasha can just deactivate it or negate the attack. And as you say, life points are starting to build up for Alexis. Sets down Atoll. Will she go for... No, she doesn't go for an attack. Well, she doesn't need to. She can restock her hand, get her forces back up. Of course, it could be another Shining Angel, which is only 800 defense, which could benefit Ishizu, so... But I mean... Oh, there goes Blade Skater. That was from Zolga. Kodos Kopos says, you're really good at imitating the ridiculous accents from Yu-Gi-Oh! especially Pegasus's voice. I try to do Pegasus. I'd be like, another 500 points there, Alexis girl. I can do Patrick Star from SpongeBob, not too bad. I'll try to Patrick. Hi, SpongeBob. You know, I Wumbo, you Wumbo, he, me, she, Wumbo. The study of Wumbology? It's common knowledge, SpongeBob. Alright, turn change. Oh, that's a good card as well that Alexis just drew. That can revive fusion monsters from the graveyard. Alexis is in no rush though, she's just camping there. The thing is, Ishizu doesn't have particularly a lot of like effects or spells or traps that can get rid of monsters. So it's actually going to be very difficult for Ishizu to get this. Now we are in game 3. I will give a little tip, and this is what happened in one of yesterday's duels. I think it was the second one. But oh, there's card destruction. Threw a few cards. There is a monster in Ishizu's deck that can turn this whole duel around, and it's what happened yesterday, and it's such a shame that that duel is gone because it was epic. So what happened in yesterday's, I'll reveal this now. Ishizu summoned Angel 07. That's stalking around in her deck somewhere still. There's Ritual Weapon. But what Angel 07 does is when it's tribute summoned, all effect monsters on the field basically become normal monsters. Like effect monsters can't activate their effects, and that took away Natasha's effect and it got destroyed. That's how Ishizu won that match yesterday, and she drew it at a clutch moment as well. It was amazing, but it just makes me more sad that that duel is gone. But that's what happened in that match. Ishizu drew Angel 07, and that turned the whole match around. So Alexis wants to avoid that card. She's added that equip card. It's put it at 2500, which she didn't have in the duel from yesterday. And Alexis is stacking life points here. Ishizu might have a hard time knocking her out. Goes in. Oh, it's Kelbeck. Oh, I tell you what, Alexis made a very good decision not attacking. In fact, it's smart play as well, because we know Ishizu has Kelbeck, and Alexis is basically using Blade Skater. She's almost playing Minesweeper and just checking what's face down so no accidents happen. I mean, Alexis did lose the last duel because she attacked Kelbeck, so she's been careful in this one, which is clever. And Natasha can just keep activating this. If it gets attacked, it can just negate the attack. It just says nope. Alright, Blade Skater called again. It's not like Alexis is short on life points. She can risk attacking and flipping the face downs up right now. There's Shining Angel. Moonwolfie says, "At a go, Alexis. Now to see if she will be facing Zane or Chum." Well, we were going to find that out, but that might have to wait another day. What I was going to do on weekends was take my Switch back from the other guys' houses, Cam Daniels, where they record the footage. We had to scramble today to get this one redone, but we got there in the end. Oof. Double destruction. But what I was going to do on the weekend, because I actually have my Switch with me again, Spirit of the Harp. What was I just talking about? I have completely lost I was going to record story duels for the weekend and just do like 3 different story duels because there's heaps of story duels to go through on this game, and maybe some early days content as well. I didn't know that the enhance feature just gave you every card in the game. I accidentally activated it on my... I was like, enhance? Yeah, I'll do that. Ping, and I thought it was something to do with graphics when I just read it. I didn't even read what it did. I just saw the number, and then I pressed A, and then I seen receive cards in game, and I was like, oh, hang on. And then, sure enough, I went in the game and I had 9 of every card in the game, including like Blue Eyes White Dragon. I was like, whoops. It gives you all the hidden cards as well, which is really cool. Because by normal means now, we wouldn't be able to acquire all the cards in that because we can't play versus on that particular game. It's cool that early days added that in enhanced mode, where you can just get all the cards. I am hoping they do a console Yu-Gi-Oh! Release games. They re-released Forbidden Memories, Duelist of the Roses, and the one that was on GameCube. I always forget the title of it. But they do the same thing, and then for the first time ever, I can have every card on Duelist of the Roses and Forbidden Memories. That's like my childhood dream. Couldn't achieve it because of the unwinnable cards and stuff on Forbidden Memories. Still. Okay. Connor Chavez 7984 LOL worst Yu-Gi-Oh deck, got to add Cockroach Knight. Oh yeah. That's a... Ow, what did I just kick? Whatever it was solid. Ow. To make the worst possible deck in Yu-Gi-Oh just for the fun of it, like, just make the most like functioning but bad Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Cockroach Knight would definitely be in there. Dark Sage. Like, the deck has to function as a deck, because obviously you could just add all magic and trap cards and make it impossible to win a match, or just do a Joey Wheeler and just add all monster cards. But a deck that still functions somewhat as a particular strategy, you could put in all the Gate Guardian cards, for example, because Gate Guardian's damn near impossible to summon. Put in Dark Sage, Cockroach Knight, all the real difficult monsters to summon that don't really have worthwhile effects, like Rare Fish as well, the fusion. That needs another fusion, a second polymerization. Sukowski says, great use of both Yugi and Pegasus decks. So what happened to the Alexis versus Ishizu video, who won? Well, it's 1-1 in this one. I did say I'll reveal at the end, but I guess I can reveal it now. The winner of yesterday's was actually Ishizu. She won 2-1. She won the last match. And it was a long match as well. She ended up winning it with Midora. She got a Midora to the field that had about 3,500, and she just swept Alexis's field. But it was tragic that we lost that match. But so, in the interest of, I'd say in the interest of fairness, but we'll just, to be fair though, Alexis did make a couple of blunders in one of the games, which may have turned the course of the match as well, but in theory, Ishizu did actually win yesterday's series 2-1. But there's not much we can do. We'll just restart both players. We'll pretend Ishizu and Alexis are both face. They're not heels. And speaking of wrestling terms, who watched SmackDown today? Bro, SmackDown today was fire. Like, some people are like, oh, the acting between Naomi and Bianca is like, oh, it's cringe. Man, I didn't think that was cringe at all. Bianca and... Dude, they shed tears. They made that feel real. And then Bianca walks out, and then Jade comes waltzing up, just looks at Bianca, and Bianca's just looking at her like, do what you gotta do, bro. And just goes down and just destroys Naomi again. Dude, Alexis is just sitting there gaining life points. I mean, Kelbeck's still on the field, so I guess Alexis doesn't want to attack it, but she's just building up her monsters. She's got Monster Reborn sitting there as well. Daragokan, that's another new name as well. Welcome to the channel. This game should have a versus mode. You would be fun to be Joey and a friend be Yugi, and you can't change your decks. Oh, yeah. Hang on. Let me read that again. This game should have a versus mode. It would be fun to be Joey and a friend be Yugi. You can't change. We can almost do that. We can select the story duels and actually play in versus mode with them, but we would have to remove the banned cards. So we can almost do that. I get what you mean, like someone play as story Joey for that duel, someone play as story Yugi for that. In theory we could, because you can use those decks in multiplayer, but if you want to use those decks you have to remove the banned cards. So we could. Mostly it's Pot of Greeds and stuff, and Graceful Charities, which we can replace with Upstart Goblin, Shard of Greed, etc. So Jar of Greed. So in theory we can do that. Moonwolfie says, 2 Magician of Black Chaos is ridiculous, but kicking Pegasus' butt with them would have been fun. And Pegasus, you think I only have 1 Magician of Black Chaos, but I activate Black Magic Ritual and 2 tribute monsters of my own to summon another Magician of Black Chaos. Your fate is sealed, and I will free the souls you have taken. No. Okay, Alejandro Fernandez. Literally cleaning the kitchen right now and listening to this, and when you said you found it, I just stopped immediately to type this. I'm hyped and can't wait to make it to the next live stream. It was so much fun. I'll probably go on Twitch tonight. In fact, I will go on Twitch tonight. Where else would I be? And I found that'd be the house, the hidden house in Gen 2. I thought it was in Violet City. No, it's in Olivine. I know where it is now. I've seen it. I've found it once before and gone through it myself as well. You need to clip through walls though to actually reach it. It's out of bounds. But there's a little tile which will send you to this house, which yeah, I mean, like probably 1% of gold, silver and crystal players know about it. It's a rare one. Actually, is it in crystal or is it only in gold and silver? I'll soon find out. Alright, well, Alexis has got a massively powerful field. Ishizu's got a 4100 attack Mudora. Oh, look at that Cyber Gymnast. That'll activate the effect. It'll send a card from Alexis's hand to the graveyard. Bro, you don't need any more life points. 19,050. Can't forget the 50. Discard from your hand. I will admit, this third match from Alexis has been absolutely beautiful. She has played strategically for the whole thing and has absolutely... 25 and 27 is 52. 54 and 8 would be 6,200. Ishizu will not survive the attacks unless she can block with something, but it doesn't look likely. Alejandro Fernandez also said, I really underestimated Alexis's deck. Maybe Crowler bricked or something didn't work out for him. But I would have bet my money on this going 2-0 in his favour. I was surprised by the result as well between Alexis and Crowler. And there's another comment from another one called Savage Goat, which is another new name as well. They technically dueled in the manga before the Battle City tournament, and Yugi won like 2 times. It's worth noting that Joey was using his Duelist Kingdom deck, which, Joey's Duelist Kingdom deck, forever legendary. And there was also a comment saying, what happened to the Alexis and Ishizu duel. Well, that's what happened. Well, this one is over, and we will give Alexis a win on this time, although Ishizu will forever know did actually win the one yesterday, but, well, fate has its ways of changing things. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in, and thanks for leaving all the comments wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, take care, farewell.